Good day, I am Kenya and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Happy New Year, and I wish everybody a prosperous and a peaceful 2024, okay? So I always say that the year 2022 was my most peaceful year, okay? My most peaceful year. Now 2023 was also peaceful, but I feel like 2022 was just like chef's kiss, perfect, okay? So I'm going to give you my 5 top like tips and ways to also achieve a very peaceful year, okay? I want you guys to have peace. Let me just reach out and touch, hopefully radiate some of my peaceful energy to you guys through your phones or your TV screens or your computers, you know. First things first, this one is obvious, it's cliche, but not taking things personally. I feel like what other people do a lot of the times have nothing to do with you. So you call your best friend of 20 years and she's not answering and you're like, oh, she's acting funny, I don't know what I did. A lot of the times it has nothing to do with you. I'm someone where when I am stressed or sad or going through things, I withdraw from people because I feel like I'm going to burden those people with my problems, and I don't want to burden people. So I literally withdraw to myself versus being around people. I remember having a boyfriend years ago, like 7 years ago, and when I tell you my life was in shambles, that's a whole other video. I broke up with this man because I just felt like I wasn't together, I wasn't at my best at the time, and I just like stopped talking to him. Now, should I have just done that? No, I should have just said, hey, I'm going through a lot, maybe we could have a break. And it upset him a lot, and it's just like what I did had nothing to do with him, but he didn't know it. And it's just like now you're sad, feeling rejected, but it has nothing to do with you. So just understand not to take things personally. A lot of times people's actions have nothing to do with you. Number 2, understand that no is a complete sentence, okay? No is an absolute complete sentence. There does not have to be no comma and an explanation for why you said no. No, that's good enough. Girl, can I borrow $20? No, you may not borrow $20. You don't have to say no because, you know, I ain't get paid yet, you know, times are hard, or, you know, I'm not sure if you're gonna pay me my money back. No, period. That's good enough, and be okay with it. And that is all. Number 3, put yourself first. One thing I have been learning to do is putting myself first, and it feels good. And when I say put yourself first, I don't mean like in a self-centered, selfish kind of way. Like you're putting yourself first, and because you're putting yourself first, it's affecting other people. You're deciding, you know what, spontaneously, I'm gonna take a trip to Paris. But you have responsibilities, you have bills, you have children. You know that you need your extra money for your household or your children, but you're putting yourself first because you feel like you want to go to Paris. That's not what I'm talking about, okay? Putting yourself first could just be, child, today is my day. I'm gonna close my bedroom door. I'm going to lock the bedroom door. Don't knock on this bedroom door. Don't call my cell phone. Don't text me. I'm going to sit in my bedroom. I'm going to put on my comfy PJs. I'm going to wrap myself in my comfy blanket. I'm going to watch TV, and I'm going to sip on wine, tea, coffee. You're going to drink water, whatever it is, all day. I want peace. I want quietness. I just want to enjoy my own company. That's putting yourself first. Before, I didn't want to spend money on like massages and facials. I got my first massage, I want to say last November 2022, when I took my son to Mexico for his birthday. We went to Puerto Vallarta for his birthday. It's my first massage. It was my only massage. But 2024, I plan to get massages. Now I know you're thinking like, girl, you know, the economy is a little rough. We don't have coin. I get it. Groupon. This is not like a sponsored post or anything. I'm not getting any money from mentioning Groupon. But Groupon, I definitely will be getting facials. Get your skin together, ladies. I'm gonna be getting a couple massages. I have a friend who gives like 1 to 2 massages a week. He's fancy. I'm not that fancy, but I plan to be fancy. Also, one of my favorites, avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. So that is law number 10 of the 48 Laws of Power book written by Robert Greene. Let's avoid the unhappy and unlucky. And honestly, I do this. Now, when I say avoid the unhappy and unlucky, I'm not talking about if your friend calls you up and she is having a crisis. Yes, comfort your friend, be there for your friend. I feel like everybody has points in their lives where they need someone to talk to. But I'm talking about the unhappy, unlucky. People who are constantly taking L's left and right. Every time you turn around, they just taking L's. They unhappy. They're just permanently miserable. Every time you see them, they got problems. They got issues. Don't answer that phone. Don't answer it. I remember meeting a girl. I was like, okay, I would like to manifest new friends. When you're manifesting, that's a whole other video. We're gonna get into it. You gotta be specific. I met a girl. We worked in the same industry, real estate. We were both renting apartments. Homegirl was just unhappy. Everything that came out of her mouth was, I'm unhappy, I'm miserable, to the point where I just stopped talking to her. And one day we were talking and she was like, you have peace. I can tell you have peace. You live a peaceful life. Yeah, girl. And she's like, one day I hope to have peace. I hope you do too. But yeah, go find it and then get back to me, okay? And it's like, when you deal with people who are always unhappy and unlucky, next thing you know, you start becoming unhappy and unlucky. They say birds of a feather flock together, and misery love company. I'm sorry, I will not accompany your misery, girl. I will not, okay? So avoid the unlucky and the unhappy, okay? Don't say I didn't tell you, okay? Lastly, tell people to go to hell the first time they have you messed up, okay? The first time somebody have you messed up, they saying something out of order, that's just not right. Excuse me? Go to hell. You check people the first time, because when you don't check people, and I don't mean you don't have to get all rowdy, you know what you say, like, you can check people very cute and professionally. Let them know, like, I'm sorry, sweetheart, what did you just say? Oh no, what we're not going to do. The old Kenya would just let stuff slide because I didn't want to start trouble, and I'm just gonna let it slide. And now you're at home at night, it's 12 midnight, and you mad that you let somebody play you the way that they played you. No, check people the first time they have you messed up, okay? And then people will know not to mess with you, not to play with you, okay? And I promise you, that's how you have peace, because it's like you didn't say anything because you wanted to keep the peace. You didn't want to start anything. You didn't want to cause a scene. And even if you are someone who's like, there is a place and a time for everything, maybe you're not in a setting where you could tell people to go to hell. Maybe you're at work, but you can pull somebody to the side. Excuse me, let me talk to you for a minute. Let's go in the conference room. When you said such and such, I didn't really like that. Can we not do that? There's this saying, when you keep it quiet and because you want to keep the peace, then you don't have any peace in you. And this is true. Like I said, it'll be 12 midnight and you laying in bed at night thinking about how you let somebody play you, and now you mad, and you're thinking about all the stuff that you should have said and you could have said at the time, but you didn't. So tell people to go to hell the first time they have you messed up. Practice. If you're someone who is just like mild-mannered and you're non-confrontational, get you a mirror. Start practicing in the mirror. Go to hell. Go to hell, girl. Go to hell. Say it professionally. Go to hell. You could say it rowdy. And this is a bonus one to have peace. When I was someone who didn't have peace, I used to pray. Pray. God, please, I pray for peace. I promise you, out of all the things that I've ever prayed for, peace was the most valuable thing I prayed for. I prayed for, Lord, this year I want to go on more trips. I want to be able to pay all my bills without struggle. Well, I mean, that's important too. But I feel like me praying for peace and always praying for peace is like the best thing I could have ever done for myself. So pray for peace as well, okay? Don't forget to pray, all right? I hope that this video was informative, it was helpful. I hope it was inspirational and inspired someone. Thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And this year, 2024, I want to be more consistent with the videos, more informative videos, motivational, more helpful videos for you guys. So with that being said, Happy New Year, and I hope that you have a peaceful year, and I'll see you in my next YouTube video.